Hi, I'm Jean Paskey, and I'm back to talk a little bit about electrical health. I've been interested in this topic for a few years. In fact, a couple, 2.5 years ago, for my birthday, my son bought me a EMF bracelet, and they're $100 item, very blah looking, and it really didn't do much. I think I feel a little better, but nothing I could really it wasn't life changing. Let's just put it that way. And any of you that saw my previous video know that I have had a life changing experience, dramatic life changing experience. So if you haven't seen that video and you want to see it, be sure to ask me for the link. But anyway, I did an event this weekend, and it was really fun because people are starting to wake up to this. And I don't know if it's been since the 5G started to fire up and the airlines were having equipment failure, but it brought more awareness to people questioning the safety of that. And I'm no expert. I don't know, but I've heard theories that if it's bad for us and it's bad for an airplane, it's going to be bad for the trees. It's going to be bad for those livestock. It's going to be bad for the humans and our pets. So they aren't telling us much, but I know for myself that I was tired a lot. I was unable to walk. Hadn't walked other than a few feet for over 2 years. And so, like I said, if you haven't heard my story, be sure to ask me for the link. So anyway, I did this event and I'm talking to these ladies about the magnets and the fact that they're neodymium magnets and they're 4,000 Gauss, and how a lot of magnetic jewelry we've seen in the past has, some people say it helped, but they're usually like 800, 1,200 Gauss. They're not very powerful. And, people are familiar with copper jewelry, and there's copper jewelry with magnets, but nobody seems to have anything like we have, which is, not only is it beautiful, it's interchangeable and it's magnetic, it's fashionable. And it's neat that it's interchangeable because then you can buy, one base that you like and put, something little like this or something big, and one set of earrings, and just change the little decorative tubes to match whatever else is going on. Everything kind of matches right now. So tomorrow I'll have a whole different look. But anyway, I'm telling these two ladies, well, actually there were two separate conversations, each with a woman who was probably about my age. And they said, have you ever had, and I'm talking about the energy and how good you feel, less pain, more energy, more mental alertness, just a lot of things that people experience. And one lady says, every couple of years I go in for an MRI. Have you ever had an MRI? And I said, yeah, and for my heart. And she said, every time I get one, there's like 2 weeks where I feel amazing. My joints don't hurt. I've got energy. I'm thinking clearly. I said, how would you like to feel like that every day? And then I had her attention, because then it made sense. There's whole books written on this. This one's called Radiation Nation, and it's the fallout of modern technology, your complete guide to EMF protection and safety, these are proven health risks of EMF radiation emitted from mobile devices, and what you can do to protect yourself and your family. I'm sure you've heard of Dr. Joseph Mercola. He's very well known. He wrote a book called EMFs, and it's a New York Times bestseller. And it's about 5G, Wi-Fi, and cell phones, hidden harms, and how to protect yourself. So there's books written on it. So it's not just a bunch of voodoo. So anyway, I was at a facility yesterday where they put on a lot of events and weddings and other functions. And so they have vendor events from time to time. And I've been there many other times. And there's a friend of mine that makes gorgeous silver jewelry. And of course, I'm always over there oohing and ahhing at her stuff. And then her daughter has the next booth and makes candles. And neither one had really ever come over to my table ever. And but I thought, well, she's got jewelry, so she thinks, this is just jewelry. But well, it was funny. Yesterday morning, I found out that the daughter goes, "Oh my gosh, that's EMF jewelry," and she says, "I had no idea that's what she sold." And so they were both over looking and learning and picking things out. And so that was kind of cool that they finally, because sometimes at vendor events, you're really busy and you don't have time to get around and see everybody and get to hear the spiel. And they weren't right next to me and couldn't hear me talking like, some people are just like, she talks about this all day long. But anyway, I thought the MRI story was interesting, and I thought it was worth sharing because it happened twice in one day to me. So, and then this other fella came in and he had bought some bracelets from me at Christmas time one for his adult daughter, one for his wife, and one for himself. And he was showing me, he's a guitar player, and the way you fingered the strings, obviously I'm not a guitar player, but he couldn't bend his fingers enough. They were more like this. And he couldn't wait to show me that he could do this and the flexibility that he had in his hand. So he was given that gift back to be able to play his guitar. And I said, well, do you want a bracelet for the other wrist? He goes, no, I want a necklace. And I'm thinking a necklace. And I said, well, this is what my husband wears. And I showed him our strength base, which has a built-in magnet similar to the Zen. And then the Magnetude stone is another 4,000 Gauss. So you've got 8,000 Gauss that come, and I had it displayed with a 24-inch 3mm Rolo. And I showed him how that just goes off over your head. You don't have to dink around with the clasp or anything. And then I turned it over, and it's got 2 of the far infrared, which help with blood flow, and 2 of the germanium, and 2 of the negative ions. So we've got immunity, mood enhancement, and enhanced blood flow. And it's double everything. And so I said, all you need to do is pick out which tube you'd like, and 1, 2, however many. And he picked one out, and he said, sold. And so he just put it right on and paid me and walked away. So that was kind of neat. And so there's a lot of science behind this. If you go to our website, get with your hostess, ask her for her website or him, and click on the wellness and research tab. And it opens up a multitude of articles. You can scroll down and click on the boxes, and it'll have different conditions and the research that's been done on it. And it's absolutely fascinating. And so, we're not monkeying around here. I mean, this is real, and lives are being changed. And I mean, all day long, people come by and go, I don't hurt anymore, or I'm sleeping better, or I've got more energy. I mean, this has changed my life. So that's why we do it. It's really fun. I mean, we like the jewelry because it's pretty. And then when we find out, there's health benefits attached to it. A lot of us just loved it so much, we thought, well, I'm just going to get a kit so I can get all this stuff for half the price, and then anything else I buy, I get it 30% off. So a lot of us have become reps with no intention of really doing a lot with the business. And then others of us love to get out and talk to people and do shows and do parties and online events, and I've always been one that wanted to share what I've learned. So anyway, if that interests you, talk to the person who invited you here. Anyway, I'm going to promise to keep this short, so I'm going to end it right here, and I appreciate your time. Thanks.